Hello, everyone. Very good evening to one and all. Thank you so much for joining today's live session. I am Dr. Meghna Dave. I'm the founder and CEO of HealthQ Rehab. And since this month, which is November month, we are having a stroke awareness month. We are conducting multiple events and activities to raise awareness about stroke. And this live stream is one of the part of it. So today's live interaction is all about understanding the most important initial signs of stroke attack. What are these signs and how we can understand it and how we can act? Based on that, we can prevent and we can manage stroke. So, today's session, I will first talk about what is stroke. Second, I will talk about what are the cause of stroke. Third thing, I'll talk about what will be the initial signs and symptoms of the stroke. And fourth thing, we will discuss is what we should do immediately as we realize that this potentially looks like a stroke. All right. So this is the agenda for today's session. Feel free to put your comments in the comment section to ask any of the questions while I am live. So let's get started with today's session. So first, let's understand what is stroke. Stroke is a neurological disorder. Okay. Now, when I say neurological disorder, it's a problem that happens inside the brain. Okay. Now, stroke causes damage to the brain due to two major reasons. Reason number one is if there is a clot that gets stopped inside the brain, which stops the blood flow, due to which a stroke can happen. The second reason or second type of stroke attack would be a hemorrhagic stroke, which means the arteries in the brain gets ruptured and then there is brain hemorrhage and due to which a person can get stroke attack. Okay, so these are the two major types of stroke that will happen. Now, depending on what area of brain was involved, based on that, the stroke symptom will also be seen. Majority of time a person who gets stroke has got one side of body paralysis, which means that one side of the body will get paralyzed, it will not move, and due to which the patient will have different symptoms. Now we feel that stroke all of a sudden happens. Yes, that's true. But there are five most important factors or signs that is seen that one should be aware of. If those signs are seen, that means it's a stroke and you should immediately take medical help. What are this stroke? Let me explain this by the acronym FAST, fast. Okay, so FAST. I will explain each of these words in detail. So the fast is F. So here F stands for face. If you are getting a stroke attack, what will happen is your face will start drooping. Okay, your mouth on one side will be looking down all of a sudden. You will also observe that drinking water, speaking, all of those things will become difficult. So, an individual will experience weakness on one side of the face. The second challenge that a person will also experience is whenever he or she will try to speak, the speech will become slurred, okay, or else the mouth will deviate towards the normal side. So, that stands for F. Now, second is A. A stands for any guesses? Any guesses? What does A stands for? Anyone? Okay, let me tell you. So A stands for arm weakness. Okay, so the arm will become weak and a patient will have difficulty to raise the hand. So if you feel that your face has become weak, you find it difficult to raise the hands together, then in that case also it could be a potential stroke attack which requires medical help, right? Then comes the third aspect of stroke attack after F A. Then comes the S, which is speech. the speech of an individual gets affected. S- P. These are the pronunciation that we can easily make, right? But all of a sudden, when you get stroke attack, this pronunciation will be affected. You won't be able to make this pronunciation. That is also a sign of stroke attack. So we covered face weakness, we covered arm weakness, we covered difficulty in speech, and the last one is T. T stands for time is the most crucial aspect here. The sooner you act, the better it is. So all you need to do is, if you feel that your face is drooping on one side, speech is getting slurred, difficulty in moving hand is there, please seek medical help as soon as possible. You need to go through your proper investigation to rule out stroke. If there is any other condition, that also should be ruled out. Once it is ruled out, then only individuals will be able to prevent stroke deterioration. Now, what is stroke deterioration? What will happen if we don't do all of those things? First, the more time the brain is having a rupture or is clot, the more nerve cells or brain cells will die. There will be cell death. Now, due to the cell death, there will be more and more permanent damage that will happen to your body, because your brain is your CPU, right? This is something that controls everything. So, if this damages, everything else damage. Okay, so how long or how fast you recover is determined by how long the injury lasted. The sooner you start to know this and the sooner you act on it, you can get your treatment on right time and you can get better also faster. So the sooner the treatment you get, the faster recovery will be there. Sometimes people also get something called as transient ischemic attack. What is transient ischemic attack? There was a clot which was there for some time, but immediately it was removed, right? Now, if you take medicine, then the chances of transient ischemic attack will be more. That means your recovery speed will be better. That is very crucial. Okay, so that's why it is important that you act fast. So now let me summarize. On this day of Stroke Awareness Month, knowing what are the initial signs of stroke is very critical. Know them, act fast so that you can prevent secondary complications as much as possible. So that was my take on stroke. I hope you found this information helpful. So make sure to remember this and also follow more content on our YouTube channel around stroke rehabilitation. On that note, I'll end this live interaction here and I'll see you in another live. Thank you. Bye bye.